It's Shabazz, and today I'm coming at you with the end of the year hemp review. 2019 was an awesome year for hemp. We saw lots of new strains, lots of new growers, lots of new vendors, just a lot of awesome things. And I just wanted to make a quick video highlighting my favorite or my top strains, vendors, just my favorite things from the 2019 year in hemp. Now most of this is just my opinion. I need to remind you that at this time, some of the stuff that I might be going back over might not be available. It might be sold out. You know, you might not be able to go and get it for maybe the same price from the same vendor and have the same experience as I do. But for those of you that watch my videos, let's just take a look back at 2019 and see what was the best. Now I'm gonna break this down into categories. First category is best new vendor. Now, we saw quite a few new vendors come out in 2019. I didn't try even half of them, not even a quarter of them. One of them that I did try, and I think deserves a recognition for this, not because they had the absolute best flower or whatever. That's not what this one is about. This is about the best new vendor. This is about a new vendor that came out, really cares about what they're doing, really put their all into it, and I'm expecting good things for them in 2020. That's gonna go to Shade Tree Hemp Company. Shade Tree, love that set. Shade Tree is a new vendor, and just everything they're doing. They really care. I've seen a lot of people talk about how good their customer service is, how good they, go out of their way to try to, make things right, make people feel satisfied with their order and everything. And when I reviewed their flower, there was a couple little hiccups or whatever, but overall, the vendor itself, I'm not talking about the flower, just the vendor itself, I'm expecting really good things to come from them. Okay, my next category is the best daytime strain. There's a lot of strains of hemp. There's indicas, there's sativas, there's hybrids. And for me, my favorite daytime strain, now this is a strain, and what I classify as a good daytime strain is a strain that you can smoke during the day. It's not sedative at all, doesn't cause couch lock. It's uplifting, energetic, you can smoke it and go out and do what you need to do without feeling slow or heavy or buzzed or sleepy, whatever. There's a lot of controversy about this vendor. I'm not talking about the vendor, okay? I'm talking about the flower itself. The flower didn't do nothing to nobody. Daydream by Arete. Like I said, lots of controversy, lots of drama surrounding Arete. Whether you support them as a company or not, you have to admit that their Daydream is a magnificent strain for the daytime. I loved it. It smells good. It's cured perfectly. It's just a perfect daytime strain. You can smoke it all throughout the day. It's just awesome. Okay, now the best evening strain. Now this one, I had to decide between quite a few different strains. I tried quite a few that I really liked. In the end, I'm going with Sisters from Finger Lakes. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if that strain is even available. But that is a really good, like indica, heavy sedative strain that you probably want for nighttime. And that one was close. There was a lot. I'm gonna give some honorable mentions for that one. There was Sour Sauce from Can of Bliss, Remedy from Fields of Hemp is a good nighttime strain. Another one from Arete, Oregon Frost is a good nighttime strain. But I think Sisters was just kind of like my favorite. Like when I tried that Sisters, I was kind of like a little bit blown away. Okay, best medicinal strain of the year. There's a few strains I tried this year that I said, I really recommend these, not for just the average recreational people, but for really the people that might have some actual medical issues and need some actual, relief from their symptoms. Fields of Hemp actually dropped like 3 of those that I recommended. I'm going to say the Hawaiian Haze from Fields of Hemp specifically is my top medicinal strain, simply because it's very medicinal, but the other ones were kind of really sedative, and this is very medicinal and not super sedative, so it's kind of, you could maybe get away with smoking this in the daytime as well, which just makes it a good all-around strain, and it has that really potent, sedative, medicinal effect. Okay, best smelling strain. Hemp is getting good, and there is some fire. One strain smelled better to me than all of the rest. Ever since I first opened up the jar and smelled it, it did, and it has ever since. I haven't found anything to top it. And that is Kush from Plain Jane. Plain Jane doesn't grow this, they supply it. I believe it's grown by Hemp Worldwide. A few different people have it. But this Kush, it smells cushy. Definitely best smelling strain. That stinks up everything. Really good. There's a couple other close ones that smell really fire, really potent, really strong, but I think that one just overall has that really dank, cushy scent to it that we all know and love. The best value. I couldn't get strain specific for the best value, so I'm just gonna go with which vendor has the best value for the highest quality flower. And I'm gonna go ahead and have to give that again to Plain Jane. Plain Jane has some good strains. They have some CBG, they have some like top shelf CBD strains, including the Kush, and they're like $13, $14, $15 an eighth. Now, can you beat that? Sometimes, you know, people have sales. There's a couple other vendors that have like really good prices and everything, but I think overall, Plain Jane has just the best value for the quality. Now, while we're still talking about Plain Jane, my next category is best alternative product. Now this one, there's not very many options on this, but best alternative product, I mean other than like flour, pre-rolls, hash, oil. The best alternative product I went with was the cigarettes from Plain Jane, which I can't show you because I smoked them all and I haven't ordered them. Plain Jane has cigarettes that are made with hemp flower, and they replicate real cigarettes like super close. Perfect. And I think that those are amazing for people that smoke cigarettes and want to quit smoking tobacco because of the cancer and everything. That is an awesome cigarette replacement. It's as real as you can possibly get without like thousands of chemicals and rat poison and tar and cancer and everything. Okay, my next product is the best CBG. This year there was a lot of CBG released from a lot of different vendors. There was a few strains. And spoiler alert, I haven't posted this video yet, the review. But the CBG that I like the most, and I only tried like 3 different kinds this year, but the best CBG is from My CBD Haven. I haven't reviewed it yet. That review is coming up. Sorry. But their CBG is the best that I've tried. It's super smooth. The effects are very prominent. It smells really good. It's cured perfectly. It's sticky. It's there. The CBG from My CBD Haven, that's the best I tried this year. Next category is best concentrate. And once again, spoiler alert, this is hash oil from My CBD Haven. This is CBG hash oil. Man. Once again, you know, this review hasn't come out yet. It's coming. But this stuff is amazing. When I first received that hash oil, I had the day I got it in the mail, I felt like crap. I had a bad headache. I was very stiff in my neck, and I didn't have a dab rig, so I actually just kind of took some of that oil and put it on top of some flour, and I just smoked it out of my bong, and I just felt instant relief. Like just my muscles kind of turned into butter, and it was an awesome experience. I had to go like email the dude right away, like, yo, I never tried anything like this. Like, you're onto something right here. But the CBG hash oil from My CBD Haven is awesome. Now, I have another category. I'm calling it I don't know what to call this category, but I really like it, so here it is, category. That goes to the Grape Kush from Honeystem. I really like this. This ended up being one of my favorite strains, and the reason it's in this oddly named category is because I couldn't put it in like the top nighttime. I couldn't put it in the top daytime. There was nowhere that I could really put it, but I have to include it because this is one of my top strains of 2019. I love it. I smoke it regularly. It's one of my favorites. It tastes good. It's one of the best smelling. The effects are awesome. It's super relaxing and puts you in a really good mood. I like it. Okay, and I have 2 more categories left. It is my best overall strain of 2019. What did I like the best over everything else? And what was the strain of the year for 2019? And that's not based on my opinion. That's kind of just in my involvement in the community and just seeing everything. What do I think? Just really, what strain, not even vendor specific, but just what strain outshone all the rest. My top strain, just the thing that I think is the best, if I had to just go and reorder only one strain, it's going to be the Kush from Plain Jane. I guess it's grown by Hemp worldwide, so whoever has that, That's gonna be my top of the year. That outshone everything. That was the first strain of hemp that I opened it, and I was like, okay, I could take this around any top shelf smokers here in California, and they wouldn't know that that's hemp. They are going to think that that's just regular top shelf bud from a dispensary here. And my strain of the year, which I said this isn't based on my opinion, this is what I think is just outshone everything, has the most buzz, is Kush. Whether it's E1 Kush, Bubba Kush, whatever they're calling it, Kush. This is just one example of that. A lot of different vendors have Kush, but this was the year of the Kush. It was super popular. Everybody's raving about Kush. People can't shut up about it. All these new vendors are trying to get it. I see it popping up on all these different, places, and I'm really anxious to try Kush from a lot more places. But definitely, honorable mention. This year had a lot of, for whatever reason, a lot of lifter varieties. There was a lot of top shelf lifter that was released this year. Like Mystic Roots has one that I haven't tried yet, but a lot of people are going crazy. There's another vendor, I forget the name of it. People were, it was like super expensive, but people are saying, oh man, it's like the best thing they ever had. Southern Charm had like a really bomb lifter. I don't know what it was about lifter. People were just taking phenotypes of lifter and like really paying attention to it. So if it wasn't the Kush, I would have said lifter, had a good year this year. Anyways though, guys, that's this video. Not really a review or anything. Just wanted to look back at 2019 because I said I would in the comments and everything. Check out my merch. I'm gonna link it in the description. I have t-shirts and sweaters and stuff. It's all hemp related, all for hemp smokers. You'll love it. Please check out the merch. Buy something. It supports the channel. If you like this video, hit like. Hit me up in the comments. I like to engage and interact with y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I hope everybody is having an amazing beginning to their new year. Forget about politics and Iran and Trump and all that. Let's just focus on being the best that we can be and starting a new year and, being better than last year. Always remember, invest in yourself. Take time out to treat yourself and always do something that can uplift yourself. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day or night. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you soon.